Thanks for staying with us. So our hot topic today, in a nation where wealth and power intersect, one question lingers: how do the rich get richer? Former governor of Abia State and Senate Chief Whip ORJI UZOR KALU has made a bold accusation claiming that most Nigerian billionaires acquired their wealth through illicit means. In a video, he says that apart from me, that don't steal, everybody who is a billionaire today in this country stole government money. He said it so emphatically that he was convinced that every billionaire is a thief. And I think I told our viewers on this show several times that my father raised me to think every rich man is a thief. So much that he used to drive this Mercedes 200, and you see his colleagues buy the V-Boot version, you upgrade, and you ask me, where did they get the money from? That where I earn my own salary. It's constantly making it look as if this 200 is all he's having. And then my mother will be insisting that she wants to buy it. My mother bought a Daewoo, and he'll be upset, why would you buy a Daewoo? Trying to show me. It's like, I have money. So there was this thing of, once you are rich, you have to have stolen money. What are your thoughts on Senator ORJI UZOR KALU's comment, saying that he's not never
aside
stolen. Aside from him, I think I was pointing at Pastor Rudele Momodu too, that even you too, you didn't steal money. Every other person who is a billionaire stole money. Call us on the numbers on your screen to share your thoughts. 0201-1635-2013, 090-241-63440. Also send us messages on X and YouTube, and we'll be happy to read your thoughts. I'm not sure if our producers will show the clip, but what's the bone of contention here is the fact that when we see a lot of rich people who probably don't have anything they are producing, there's no manufacturing company that we know of, that they know they are doing. We just know they have money. And
unexplained wealth.
Unexplained wealth. And people respect them. And people extol what they are doing without really understanding what is behind. So it brings to the fore, do we begin to question the wealth?
Let's first deal with Senator ORJI UZOR KALU, who is the only righteous billionaire, the only honest billionaire, and he seemed to have a very good gift of being able to spot how corrupt other people attained their billions. Yeah, it reminds me of the Yoruba saying, no more later. Like, if you will not be able to identify something you are not part of. So for you to be so sure that this person is corrupt, you must have been around them long enough. I feel that there's a lot of controversy around Senator ORJI UZOR KALU. For him to make such a statement, he's most likely going to be digging. When you go and put your mouth into your hand into the lion, you cannot complain when you get beaten, because people would unearth different scandals from the past that they use to buttress whatever they believe. I'm of the opinion that he's done business. He's not one of those that you cannot say this is what I did.
You can trace his own business.
You can trace his businesses. He's done several businesses. However, there are many he should know, because he's from a region where there are many billionaires who will tell you their warehouse. They will show you their warehouse in Computer Village, or show you their warehouse in Aba, or show you. There are many. I do not like a sweeping statement that makes it look like you cannot legitimately build wealth. I will not sit and stand for that. Like, I'm sitting down. I wanted to say I will not stand for that, but I'm like, I will not sit nor stand for that, because I believe that we must give hope for people to build wealth legitimately. When we make wealth become so scarce, people will feel like the only way to attain it is to be corrupt or to kill. So for him at that level to say that and exempt himself like I am one amongst, and I am not, there are very few of me, that's wrong. We need to make it we need to ensure that everybody can aspire and work their way into building legitimate wealth, even if it is not in the billions. But there are people that have done this in the billions legitimately, and so we shouldn't wipe and automatically color their journey as a corrupt journey. We shouldn't color their effort and hard work as a corrupt one just because it looks good or is a good sound bite.
If you consider that usually government is where the money is a lot of times, and many people who probably have legitimate wealth probably sourced some of their funds from maybe government contracts. I'm not trying to say you're right.
Talk to my Igbo brothers. I'll find the Igbo part of me. Even my Ijebu brothers.
Even the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of people went born with wealth. It's always something, one opportunity. I know one governor, I want one person that gives me a contract. So I make 100 million from this contract.
And then I multiply.
And from that 100 million, I then begin to go and buy spare parts or go and do real estate or do something. So he is saying that the truth is the source of the wealth of many of the billionaires we see today is probably from government stolen funds.
Why wouldn't he know? Former governor, sitting senator, what a position has he held again?
Chief whip.
Position plenty. Then the one that we make him know is that he was convicted by the Lagos Division of the Federal High Court on Thursday, 5th of December 2019, and sentenced to 12 years in prison for 7.65 billion fraud. This fraud was because while he was governor for 8 years, he was using his company Slock Nigerian Limited, using it to defraud the people of Abia State, according to the documents that are public. This is not me saying it. And then he went on appeal, and the Supreme Court finally said, the judgment of the Supreme Court was that his trial was wrongly conducted, not that he was acquitted. The Supreme Court then ordered a retrial. And that retrial, because the High Court judge, while sitting as an High Court judge over his matter, was promoted to the appeal court, and he continued to hear the matter before the High Court, as opposed to, a new judge who is of the High Court cadre to continue the matter. So the details of his matter is not even because that the matter was clearly that is the Pope as he's painting himself to be. It's just that, technicalities happened.
According to you.
I'm reading
according to
the public documents on Wikipedia, you can check.
According to her.
Not to me.
No, because
the court ordered,
because it was nullified.
If the court acquitted him,
it's a different thing.
Dismissed the matter. His armpit safe, all the body is innocent. The court said that his trial was conducted wrongly. That, let me give you details. According to them, Justice Mohammed Idris said, Justice Eko declared that Justice Idris, who conducted Mr. Kalu trial, already became a judge of the appeal court when he ruled and sentenced Mr. Kalu and his co-defendant as a trial judge. He held that the justice of the Court of Appeal cannot operate as a judge of the Federal High Court, and ordered that the chief judge of the Federal High Court reassign the case for trial. He was released into the custody of Nigerian Consular prison back then in 2020. That's just the detail of the matter. What I'm trying to say is that.
Thank you, my sister.
Everybody is a thief. These kind of statements that we do out of sentiment and everything, we don't even understand the sensitivity of our people. The way he's paining us. The way he's paining us. He water it down. All the lifetime, Nigerians are looking for the Messiah. That innocent person with angelic characteristics that will come and take us out of our poverty. To come and start a conversation like this is to distract us and annoy some of us with this kind of conversation. So, as I said, which politician, including himself, is even innocent?
So as I said, according to you, and this is what I mean. When I say according to you, you are explaining it and going further and looking at details. All he has to do is take that certificate that says it's been nullified, and that makes him a saint according to the law. Simple, that's what I'm saying, Yes, there will be details where you can look in, but he can stand anywhere and says that the charges against me were dropped. I've been let go, and he can use that anywhere, and that is he's standing on that today to tell you that he's not a thief. But for me, I'm like, is he a billionaire? Yes, he is, right? So he can tell us about billionaires, and this is just to you, where you're saying that a sweeping statement. So I guess he understands how many of them have gotten their wealth. Now, I can't speak for anybody. I'm not a billionaire, and I'm not a thief, so I can't really speak to what he's saying. But I have heard many people who have gotten billions, or close to people who have gotten billions, because the billionaires themselves don't call themselves thieves, and have said in many ways that they have acquired, or that show that they have acquired their wealth, even if it's not outright stealing. For some, there's also that where you play the system. where you understand how to play the system, where you understand the loopholes and how to take advantage of those loopholes. It's not the most honest way, it's not also the most transparent way, but sometimes they are able to do it in such a way that they're not really doing something terribly bad, and yet it's not so good, you know. So yes, I think that to get a certain amount of wealth anywhere globally, you have to get to the point where you are taking advantage either of a group of people, a system, or something. And I think based on that explanation that Mr. ORJI UZOR KALU must fall under that. Because if you were to go by fairness, really, and how the world should work, then we shouldn't, I don't think one person should be able to acquire you know, that amount of wealth all to themselves if the system is really quite fair.
Thank you very much for where you're taking us, because that's where I want us to go. Because where we lead this conversation to, you know, I think we read the papers some time back recently where they were saying they were trying to regulate what they mean by finder's fee. Because I can get you, I can link you up with Nima and insist that once Nima, when the contract comes out, 30% must come to me. Now that 30% coming to me, people say, oh, it's your finder's fee now. But the truth is that it's reducing the work you're about to do. So if you needed 70 million or if you needed 100 million to do the road, and I've taken 30% of that money, now you have to be forced to buy cheaper
or you've
material.
Inflated the cost.
Or if, you even inflated the cost. So the point is that the money I've gotten is finder's fee in my mind is legal. But if you want to look at it, maybe it's illegal. Maybe I'm actually stealing. Just is a conversation.
Maybe legal. Or is it ethical?
Or is it ethical?
We're looking at wealth built around politics. That's not the only, built around contracts, built around, there are people who will tell you that they have not done any business for any government agency or collected any contract from any government agency, and they have money. That's not their work.
Billions.
They are doing
specifically billions.
So even in the billions, trading, they're traders.
Yes.
So why do we make it look like the only way? The valuation of Paystack, was it based on the contracts that he collected from government, or was it based on anything? Is that valuation based on contracts? It's not. It's valuation. Paystack is valuation based on, I have built a tech company. Money Point is valuation based on, I have built a tech company. And they're in the billions. So we must not look at it. We mustn't make being wealthy a scarce thing. That it is something you have to be using microscope to look for. Yes, we have grown in this world to a place where there is huge inequality in wealth distribution, money distribution, and it is very bad, very bad. So that we now have a disproportionate number of very wealthy people in the small sector, and then you now have a large portion of poor, as in poor. So in Nigeria, it's even worse. Poor. In a way that the very, very poor have no hope of even basic life. In developed countries, they've been able to find a way to use taxing the rich to support the poor and ensure that there's basic balance of wealth. But here we have not done that. So the conversation around let us create a system that deals with corruption and deals with thieves. Deal with the thieves. Let's not call every wealthy person at that level thief. Then let us not create a system that taxes the rich to support the poor.
Which is what the tax reform is trying to do, hopefully with launch in January. But the point I'm trying to make, I hear you, and you're right. And I think many of us have also seen all those ideologies, all those market women, and they're actually trading in billions. So they have money. It might not be properly, but
in billions. Go to Lagos Island.
Those women are trading. So they are billionaires, absolutely. So I hear you. But what we're trying to say is not it's a parallel conversation. There are two conversations happening here. But there are people who claim to be billionaires, which is what Senator ORJI said. Many of them actually,
no business.
The source of it is
from government kickbacks. And so capitalism is a system that allows such a thing. Elon Musk, if we sit down with the wealth, and we'll see his alliance, even the President Trump, will see that what capitalism encourages is such that we will have this imbalance of wealth. And it's a system that we have gladly adopted in Nigeria. And so we are here, we'll leave it. But is it possible that even our own practice of it has ensured that 1% of them have to be people who make their money illegitimately through government kickbacks? Such that what you mentioned, which is a finder's fee, is legal. You get if he is the runner, how they used to say, they will say if he is the runner, you know the person, now you know go collect the contract, don't bring her for you. Wait till I go get, I will see, all those kind of things. They are culturally, you know, we have terms for them, plenty terms to explain what it is and what. So it's a way of our of life for us. You know, and it's acceptable here. And so when he says it, it's possible that he's pointing to what is our reality and what operates here, including himself. That's the one that's even paining me. Don't remove yourself.
You should not exclude
all
himself.
of your body is inside like this. So we are all together.
Yeah.
You're transferring Yoruba to English.
So for me, as I said before, I just think it's globally. It's not a Nigerian thing, and it's not about calling out people. Don't be billions or you cannot make billions. That's not what this conversation for me is about. It's just to say that to make that amount of money anywhere in the world, it would require that some people will be shortchanged, a system will be shortchanged, a country will be shortchanged. The tech companies that you're talking about, there are so many cases, so many, that tells us of fake valuations. Abroad, I'm even talking abroad, fake valuations, you value them for billions, but it's all based on lies. They are not really valued. When you look at the real money, it's not equivalent to the billions, but you do all that also. It's like a PR move. You set them up for more business to come in. They all do all this sort of thing. So that is also short-changing the system. Now, thank you take me there. Now, in the world that we're in, they call it being smart, being, if you're the first person to do it, you know, you're able to get the advantage of doing it quickly before the law catches up and puts a law to protect the next. Do you understand? So that finder's fee, it's something to say, okay, I went there first, I'm able to, you know, get this, I should get a fee for that. Until then government comes in, a system or policy comes in to regulate it. So for me, I think when it gets to billions, because that is what he's talking about, you will need, whether it's in Nigeria or anywhere, you will need government participation. Even Elon Musk that we're talking about, it's very important for him that the American government, where he's situated, it's much, do you understand that they are embedded together? It helps with the values of his shares and things like that. It's just normal capitalism. But to say that there's no hanky-panky to get to that point, I don't agree. But, and then many people can make a lot of money, and a lot of money can be millions. That doesn't mean that because you're not a billionaire does not mean that you're not making a lot of money. You can be making a lot of money in the millions, and it's based on just, you know, ethical business and trading. Now, in Nigeria specifically, we always say corruption is so ingrained, right? And it's the truth. So I have a business. I've never worked with government before, but I need a paper to drop somewhere. I need to talk to someone, and you give somebody something to facilitate something, to lobby for something. It is still in that line of, you know, trying to take advantage, get advantage that your money can give you. It's not really purely, I'm sitting at home and this money just, you know, I'm sitting at home doing my business and everything is working for me. If you live in a country like ours where the system is ingrained in corruption, somehow, in order to even get by with your own legitimate daily activity, you find yourself paying some bribes here and there, you know? So that's just it. This the reality of the world is that when you get to that point,
let me take this call.
All you said was not about bribery. It was about stealing.
No, that's
collecting.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
No. Only one challenge.
Hello.
Yakub, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning. I totally agree with Sister Nima and then partially with Tokpe. Let's even look back as far back as 1999. The set of politicians that come to powers then, being a governor, being a senator, whoever, some of them that still remain the same.
Go on.
I think we lost Yakub. Okay.
Oh, okay. So, like you said, we're having two parallel conversations. Yes, there are people who have attained wealth through corruption. We have a systemic, like we have a system that seems to redefine what corruption is, you know. But I feel that when a politician comes to make this kind of statement, even if the politician had been wealthy before becoming a politician, which is what ORJI UZOR KALU would say, because truly he had money before going into. There are people that they went into politics and they were driving in a fairly used car, and since they became politicians, they've never bought any fairly used car again. They buy brand new. Some people are like that. ORJI UZOR KALU was not in that category. He had money before he went into politics, and you cannot take that away from his history. However, was there a huge leap in the wealth he made as a politician? people, the state governor will say yes. As that leap, was it part of because he was in position of power? People would say yes. So when you live in a glass house, don't throw stones.
Is it possible that as a businessman, because I'm governor, people now patronize me more? Oh, that's ORJI UZOR Kalu's business. I would like to.
It can happen.
He was so juicy that you left 8 years as governor. He didn't retire.
And he went into Senate to serve.
You are still in that corridor.
You want to serve.
Oh no, service me.
He wasn't like take this cup from Hassan. No, he's serving. Hassan, thanks for calling. You're live.
It's not joined together.
He didn't join.
Hello, Hassan. You're live.
It's too rewarding now.
Hassan, go ahead, please. Go ahead. Yes,
good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Please, this issue of ORJI UZOR Kalu, we should stop wasting our energy in discussing this issue, because I'm seeing him as a person seeking forgiveness. We knew what happened to him, because all the accusations against him, I've never seen that in my life. There were over 10 accusations. We have found he was found guilty on each and every one of them. So, and he was taken out of prison based on, these high people in power, favoring and that, what have you. You understand? Not that he was innocent. So this issue of saying all rich men are this and that, he alleges, he should be able to come and prove it. Because I do not subscribe to it. I cannot generalize. You understand? It's very, very foolish of anybody to generalize that every rich man is a criminal. No, it's not right.
Every billionaire.
Politics is so rewarding.
That for me.
He need not go back to business.
What he just said is where I stand. It's the generalization of billionaires. That's where I stand. I don't like, with life, we mustn't generalize, because even if majority fall in the category of being criminals, thieves and all of that, there are people who they didn't mix anything, they didn't add anything, they didn't steal, they're not corrupt. They are hardworking, legitimate people, not through any favor have built their wealth, doing trade, sitting down in that market every day, every night. So yes, there might be a few or majority who do it that way, but if we now say everybody is that way, we don't aspire to. We just feel this is a category that cannot happen to us, and we need to give people hope to aspire that they can build it. Because if you don't think it is possible, it will not be your reality. Okay. That's where I stand. But the corrupt politicians, I agree. The fact that there are many people stealing, I agree. The fact that the system has not adequately punished wealth without any substance, I agree.
We need to prevent wealth without substance.
Prevent and punish. It works together, because when you punish, when you punish people that have wealth, you prevent more people from trying.
That means you're deterring.
Yes,
but if you prevent, people will make money legitimately. You have enabled them without the lives being
it's like a civil servant. He's earning salary, and he has the opportunity. You now come, you want to collect contract. Sometimes you have to, something has to exchange hands, or they go through the appreciation. So the point is that you can't now be able to trace how much. This is a civil service. This is your salary.
And your children are abroad.
You are living. Your children are abroad.
So I will not give the civil servant who has helped me to make about 30 billion. I will not give him
10%.
No, I will not give him money now. When I want to give, I give him a house. I'll give him. There was one person that was saying he has so many cars, all the cars in his compound. He didn't buy. It was a gift. The position that you had, this was how your kickbacks were done.
Exactly.
So I wanted to read this message from one of our fans, Ade Baptist. He says, whether we like it or not, why are there no other court or competent lawyer or judge to challenge the court's decision? I don't agree with him, but at the same time, if a process is flawed, what can the outcome be? Can it be justice?
No.
Why can't we use the same technicality to prosecute him? The NBA, I beg, no, they try. Like that of this country, I'm sure you know how many people have stolen ordinary fowl and yet end up in prison. And those that stole billions are walking free, making laws for those that are innocent. The annoying thing is that they will even send them to jail and not collect back the stolen wealth or grant them presidential pardon or state pardon. E.g., Mayor's former governor, that is from our state. Or did you read about the former respected and decorated officer that he said that Human Rights Commission are now demanding for state pardon for Kiari, talking about the officer. Why is the law, if people in high power can easily meet president or have the voice to escape justice even after prosecution, why do we even have state pardon? What was the intent of the law and the rationale for granting state pardon? Isn't it clear that the only people with strong influence and connections to the crime de la crime in society are the ones that will get such access? So a trial that is ongoing in court, the AG has powers constitutionally provided to stop it, to stop a continuing trial. And he can enter it, it's called nulli prosequi. And he will do it and nothing will happen, and he doesn't have to come and give detail of how it's done. So if I'm in the corridor of power like ORJI UZOR KALU, and the court has ordered the retrial for me, and the AG, I finally befriend president, say, stay down that matter, you're going to win us Southeast. Simple and short, that's what we'll get.
Let me take this call from Joss. Ralph, thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning, Ralph.
Your brother is called.
Hello, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
All right, Mariah, good morning. And Tope, Aji, and my sister from Jos. This is Ralph calling from
Your
Jos.
brother is called.
I want to appreciate your energy. Seriously, I think I will appreciate if you can divert your energy for things that are more important for Nigerians to benefit from. Discussing what this man has said, as far as I'm concerned, ordinarily a winch will always think every other person's a winch. It's as simple as that. When we talk about service, if truly the money he has gotten so far are genuine, they should go out of politics and let other fresh minds come and render the same service for us. Nigerians are hungry, and we should discuss on how things can get better in this country, not bringing issues that are not helping the Nigerians. So please use your energy for things that are more positive for us. Thank you, and God bless you.
Take the comments. Any other comments? Okay. We're going to be wrapping up on this very quickly. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we wrap up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to take a few comments on social media.
Okay. Queen B says, ORJI UZOR KALU is far from a saint. That man was the worst governor in Abia State. Him and his mother finished the remaining part of the state. Thank God for Alex Oti rewriting history there now. Brick House Capital says, I feel sorry for God, because how will he judge Nigerian politicians on the day of judgment? Yes, Wike will even try and bribe Angel Gabriel with Abuja land on Judgment Day. Lord have mercy. There was one I saved.
You even saved it.
Fadike Futa says, blanket accusation reinforces cynicism, which can discourage youth from pursuing leadership or public service. These kind of things, because some youth just want to be wealthy, but they don't want the drama of an investigation, suspicions, anything. And right now we have all of our young ones who are born leaders running from this, away from these things. I don't want to have party affiliation. But I started the banter with no government lie because of this kind of narratives.
Yeah.
Because of it. If he was in office and cleaning up the system such that a prevention of this kind of thing is what he has achieved, and he talks like this, I will even forgive what I've passed. That's the problem.
So, I have to wrap up. I think what I got from what he was saying was more that stop trusting all these guys. Because a lot of us, we look up to a lot of politicians.
Wrong people. And
the truth is that when money is not well earned, it fritters away.
Money is not a virtue.
Exactly. And the truth is that when you begin to see what it is, what money is, it's supposed to be a tool. And you realize that real money doesn't come through these political means. They come, but it can be very, very fleeting. So the point, that what I'm getting for that is that don't look at, this politician he has a mansion. That's not what young people should be looking at. What you should be looking for is substance. Who is creating?
That's the right questions.
Who is, don't even ask them questions. Who is doing something for the people? How is your wealth giving back? What are you manufacturing? What are you producing? What are you sharing?
If your business is a bar,
if you cannot do something where the people are benefiting, I don't know how people must celebrate. You shouldn't be at the forefront of a young person's admiration.
Manufacturers.
So that's where I think where that's what you
should be saying. Not even talking about
the money that you make. It's the work
that was the intention. His words were wrong, but they are also writing on YouTube.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up.
I've do a strong thing. We are going to miss a lot of I want to.
I'm still here. I'm not gone yet. I'm still here. August 29th. I get at least 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're still gonna still see me. I'm here. 29th is a long time ago.
And you're on social media as well.
I'll be hibernating for a while anyway. Just can't sleep. Let's go on a break. Abi,
we're close. We're ending the show.
That's all we can take on today's show. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
We're done.